Well, since we have one person, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Erin Coburn. I am a guitarist, songwriter, producer, and engineer.
So, I read that you started everything when you were 2 years old. Is that correct?
I my interest in guitar sparked when I was two. My dad had an acoustic guitar that he never played, so I just kind of gravitated towards it and then claimed it as my own. And
Okay.
I got my own guitar that actually fit me when I was seven, and that's when things kind of, picked up from there.
Then you started guitar lessons when you were eight, right?
7 or 8. I think it was seven when I got
7.
my first acoustic.
So I read that you saved up all your money for your first ukulele.
Yeah, I had saved some money from shows to buy my ukulele, and it was an electric ukulele, electric acoustic ukulele at Guitar Center. And it was funny because I went in there and I had been eyeing ukuleles for a while, but I decided to plug in the ukulele to all the pedals. You know how they have like the pedal board that you can, plug in things.
Yeah.
I decided to plug it into that, and several of the workers were like, no one's really done that before. I would just like, I don't know, like they were kind of like, maybe you shouldn't do that, and I did it anyway. And that's kind of what made me buy it, because after that, like, that's the only way I play ukulele is like playing around with it and making new sounds with it, because it's such a versatile instrument. So yes, I saved my money up to buy that instrument.
Then what do you call it? You saved all your money for your first studio session, right?
Yeah, my parents had helped too, but I've been paying them back. It's almost like a deposit kind of thing. So for that was
Okay.
because I was 12, I think, when I was 11 when I wrote the songs, and 12 when I went into the studio for the very first time. So it was a totally new experience for me at that age.
Okay, speaking of that, because I mean, it shows that it was posted 5 years ago. Friend Zone,
Yeah.
like, how did you think of writing that?
Um. So, hmm, I want to. Okay, so Friend Zone, I wrote that originally because there were several people that I had to like put in the friend zone, because like I didn't feel the same about them as they felt about me. Um, but I didn't use the song on them. Obviously, I wasn't like, I am writing the song and I'll listen to it. Okay, you've been friend zone. I didn't do that, but it was after I had decided like, okay, like I just need to break it to them. Like, look, I'm not interested that way. And after I did that, I decided to write the song and kind of put myself in their shoes, as if like I was being friend zoned. So it was
Okay.
kind of a way to kind of feel what to put myself in their shoes, in that situation. So that's kind of why I wrote that song.
I saw you did a cover of Mad World.
Yes.
That's a very difficult song to sing,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel at
it's
least.
it's different. Yeah, that was for a music video with the O'Keefe Foundation, and there were two parts to the video. So the first part I was acting, and they were performing some other songs. This band was performing some songs, and it was set at a prom, so I had to bring like a dress and stuff. And my dress got apparently so my date apparently someone had like spiked the punch with alcohol in the music video, and my date got drunk, I guess, and then threw up on my dress. So I had like vomit all over my dress in this video. And then the next video to this little like music video series was me getting up on stage and singing Mad World with all this vomit on my dress, and like my prom night's ruined. it was it was a fun music video, but that's the original reason why I started to cover that song. So was that video.
So from your first record to now, you feel self-growth?
Definitely. Definitely. I've tried to continue with education and learning new things. I don't go to a traditional college, but you know, I've tried to learn as many different things as possible with, you know, guitar, with vocals, with songwriting, with engineering too. I got my certification in audio engineering this year, so I can record all my own stuff now. And I'm opening my recording studio in the next year as well. So
Nice.
I'm trying to learn as much as possible. So as far as self growth goes, yes, definitely from the first album to now.
Speaking of that, do you use Reaper, Pro Tools, or Logic?
Pro Tools. I used to use Logic, and then I got my certification in Pro Tools over the winter.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it now, but I've got my D command console. This is what I work off of, and I have Pro Tools.
Okay.
It's my setup for right now.
So how did you link up with Troy BadBoy?
I think he had reached out through Facebook, and that was our introductions. He seems like a super, super cool guy.
Yeah, I met him on LinkedIn a couple years ago.
Oh, nice. I need to update my LinkedIn.
Yeah. So if you weren't playing music, what would you be doing?
Oh gosh. I haven't even thought about that. Well, before I realized I wanted to be a musician, which was probably around 10 or 11, was when I got my third guitar teacher, and he's kind of who made me realize, oh, you can do this as a job. Like he's literally all he does is he just plays music and makes money. I'm like, that's what I want to do. But before that, my plan was to go to school and become a neurobiologist. I was gonna be like Amy Farrah Fowler from The Big Bang Theory. She was my role model. And then
Okay.
things changed, but I guess I would be, you know, trying to become a neurobiologist right now if I wasn't doing music.
So I saw one of your influences is the Black Keys.
Yes. Yes, I love the Black Keys. Black Keys, Gary Clark Jr., B.B. King. I love a lot of blues artists just because of how free and raw they are with their music.
So how did you come up with the song Misfit?
Okay, so the Misfit, which is my newest single, I've never really felt like I fit in. I've always been kind of like the weird kid in like school, and just anywhere I go, I've always been kind of like an outcast. And I know a lot of people can relate to that, especially creative people, you know, because we have these minds that are just kind of like, what is going on? You know, sometimes I don't even know what's going on. But I wrote that song because I wanted other people that felt the same way to have kind of like an anthem or like a thing that they could relate to. I think that's what music is for, you know. It's writing things that will be for you, but also for other people that can be like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one that feels that way. There's something, you know, I can connect to this and find my people, you know. And I think that's the reason why I wrote Misfit, is because I know so many people feel that same way. So I wanted to let people know, like, hey, look, I'm a misfit too, so we can all be misfits together.
Since you came into the music world really young, do you have any advice for anybody that's coming up now?
Yeah, stay focused. There's a lot of things that are gonna try and get you off the path, you know, that may seem amazing at the moment, but I mean, if you really want to stay as focused as possible and learn everything you can, like, even if someone tells you something that you may be like, oh, I knew that, or I don't need to know that, like, it doesn't matter, because you can take it and you can learn from it, whether it's learning not to do something or learning to do something. Just learn from everything around you.
I know this is a weird question, but what's your favorite dinosaur?
Favorite dinosaur? Ooh, I used to be a really big dinosaur nerd when I was really young. I don't remember what it was. It was like half bird with like, and like half like, I guess, reptile, but it was like Archaeopteryx or something like that. I don't remember the name of it exactly. I think that's what it was though. It was kind of cool. It was like a raptor with like feathers.
Okay.
I'll have to check on the
So what
name.
do you like, except for archery, what else do you like doing when you're not playing?
When I'm not practicing, playing, or in rehearsal or writing, or doing session work. I'm typically at the gym. I like to lift. I used to do bodybuilding a couple years ago. I kind of got out of it, and now I just lift to have good physique and stuff. But I'm usually lifting or cooking, and I'm also learning Chinese too. I'm learning how to speak Chinese. So that's usually, those are the main three of what I'm doing.
Are you learning it for pleasure or to maybe write a song in Chinese to sing?
Both. I have a lot of friends that are from China that I would love to be able to write a song that they can kind of sing along to. So it's to, hopefully I would love to go visit someday and be able to speak the language, and also to write songs in Chinese too.
So any funny moments on tour or, you know, or going to a show that you'll want to share?
Definitely. There are a lot, but the one that comes to mind would probably be when we were opening for Marcus King at the Kalamazoo State Theater. And this is back when I used to wear dresses and heels on stage. So I was in the middle of just ripping this awesome guitar solo, and I was really feeling it. And all of a sudden, my heel got caught on my dress, and I went down so hard onto that stage in the middle of that solo, and my band kept going. I don't think they knew that I fell, but I took a big tumble, and there's actually a video of it on my Instagram, like on one of the stories. I think it's under like the tour/shows stories. But yeah, that it was wild. So that was probably the funniest moment I have to think of, because it was in front of so many people. So many people. You heard the audience go. I was okay, but I was just like, oh no.
Do you still have stage fright at all?
No, I've never had stage fright. Even when I was younger, I never would get nervous to get on stage. I would always like just get really, really excited before going on. But I've talked to my friends about this, where it's like I could go to like a party with a bunch of people my age and not be playing, and I would be nervous about that. But as far as getting on stage and playing in front of a bunch of people I don't know, I get excited about that.
So that's technically your second home.
Yeah, definitely.
So is there any, per se, people you would like to feature with?
Like be on a song with?
Yeah.
Ooh. Gary Clark Jr. would be amazing. Just because I think our styles are kind of similar, as far as like, or just our outlook is kind of similar. Like he writes in all kinds of different genres. He's so open-minded about that, and that's kind of like that's kind of what I aim to do is write more on a feeling versus on a genre. So he would be really cool to collab with.
If you could pick your own bill, who do you want on it?
Ooh. Okay, this is gonna be really weird because it's definitely not something I think people would expect. I would probably have Brockhampton on the bill. I don't know if you've heard of Brockhampton. They're like a collective, a rap collective. I would probably have Brockhampton. Gary Clark Jr. And man, maybe Pink Sweats. Probably Pink Sweats. They're like, everyone's from a completely different genre, but that's honestly, if I could have make a bill, that would be it. To have a bunch of different genres.
I read that you were a Nirvana fan.
Yes, I am a Nirvana fan. I have a couple Nirvana tunes in my set as well that we do, completely different from the original, but yes, I love Nirvana.
Which ones are those?
I have Heart-Shaped Box and Something in the Way on the set.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I see you have your guitar with you. Do you want to play anything?
Sure. I don't have a microphone, so I don't know if you want me to sing, but I can, play a little something.
All right.
Okay. Do you want me to sing?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do Putting My Mind to Rest. This is off my second album. Yes, this is off my second album.
Okay.
I've been putting my mind to rest, letting go of all of it. I've been putting my mind to rest, sick and tired of everybody's bullshit. Was everyone waiting for me to do something? Something so great that they don't want to pay nothing. Well, I'm fools, this is my job. I made my man, my love, my ride. That's right, it's mine. I've been putting my mind to rest, letting go of all of it. I've been putting my mind to rest, sick and tired of everybody's bullshit. Everybody's bullshit. Woo! Everybody's bullshit. Creativity doesn't come from drugs, it's from the heart and the soul, and how the world's so fucked up. People telling me you're too young to sing about this, just a little girl trying to be a savage. I don't understand what their point is. All I gotta do is I've been putting my mind to rest, letting go of all of it. I've been putting my mind to rest, sick and tired of everybody's bullshit. Everybody's bullshit. I've been putting my mind to rest, letting go of all of it. I've been putting my mind to rest, sick and tired of everybody's bullshit. Everybody's bullshit. I've been putting my mind to rest, woo! Letting go of all of it. I've been putting my mind out, sick and tired of everybody's bullshit. Everybody's bullshit. Everybody's bullshit. Everybody's bullshit.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was very amazing.
Thank you. That's one of my favorite ones to play on live sets with the full band.
That's great. So do you play video games or anything on downtime?
I don't play video games because I am absolutely terrible at them. When I get downtime, when I'm not practicing, I'm typically, well, writing songs, or watching anime. I watch a little bit of anime.
Okay, what's your favorite anime?
Tokyo Ghoul for sure. It's a little mainstream, but it's so
Really?
good. I just
I'm
did
kind of deaf.
I just did the theme song of season 1 called Unravel. I just did a little guitar cover of that on my Instagram yesterday, and it was so fun.
I'm more of like Death Note or Bleach.
Oh yeah, Death Note's good. Death Note's very good. I haven't heard of Bleach.
Um, there's Bleach and there's what do you call it? Full Metal Alchemist. Those
Oh yeah.
are like top three.
I've heard of Full Metal Alchemist for
Watching.
sure.
So how would you get into anime?
I had some friends that always that, like watched it, and they always kept telling me like, "Oh, you have to watch this. You have to watch this." I'm like, "Okay, I'll get to it." And like, I never would watch it. And then I finally sat down and watched it because one of my friends were over and we were just hanging out, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna have you have to watch this now." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I got hooked. I was like, "Okay, this is actually really good." So that's kind of what got me into it. Also, the
That's cool.
intros are so awesome. Like I now have a playlist of like anime song intros because the guitar in them like are just is just it's so good.
I'm just scrolling through, see if anybody has any questions.
Yeah. Oh, I see my one of my friends, Thomas Dove, is on here. Hi, Thomas.
Is there anything you would like to say to your fans?
Hello everybody. I'm going live tomorrow on Facebook, so I'll see you there as well with Brandon, my drummer. So we do Facebook lives every week. So yeah, I will see them there tomorrow as well.
With COVID, is it easy? I mean, do you, where you're from, is it able to be booking more gigs, or 'cause I'm from Jersey, it's slowly opening up now.
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio right now. Well, Batavia, but Cincinnati. So they are opening back up. I have more outdoor gigs, which is really, really good. And I'm starting to get outside of the state as well. I just booked a show in New York yesterday for,
Nice.
I think, this summer. So I'll be in New York. And then I think I'm in Kansas as well, Michigan, so and Chicago as well. So things are starting to look up. But as far as our area goes, it's mainly outdoor gigs, which is good.
Yeah, where I'm from, it's in, pretty much indoor gigs that are, we're still waiting on.
Yeah, it depends on like the venue size and kind of like there's still gonna be like precautions and stuff put into place. I've seen some really creative things that venues have done, like the putting the shields up and stuff, and then like having tables even at like big giant venues. They have tables now. Like, it gives enough space for people to space out.
That's actually a smart idea.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So, what's your like favorite book of all time?
Favorite book? Ooh. Um. Hmm. There's a couple that would rank up. This is gonna sound weird, but I don't remember the name of the one that I like so much. My dad would know it. It's about this wizard. That's all I know. But the other one that I really like is called Amber House, and I really enjoyed reading that one. So it's kind of mystery meets like creepy in a way, but it's cool. I started reading it too, but I haven't really made any headway on that.
It's a very big book.
It's a huge
It's going
book.
to take
Oh my
time.
gosh.
So speaking of it, when it was about six, I don't know if you know remember what VHSs are, but there for the movie It, there was like six VHSs just for that movie.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
came in it came in like yeah, back then it was literally six VHSs for just that movie alone.
That's wild. Just one of the movies?
The first movie, yes, it was what do you call it, six VHSs.
Wow. That's insane. I honestly I've never touched a VHS in my entire life, but I think I know what they are.
Okay. And so, do you want to make any announcements on where you're going to be and how to be followed and all that stuff?
Yeah. Okay, so you can follow me, of course, on Erin Coburn Official on Instagram, as well as Facebook, ERIN as in no, COB as in boy, URN as in no, official. And then if you have a TikTok, my TikTok account is Hen Official. It's H3N Official. And I post a bunch of random guitar things on there. And my YouTube is also Erin Coburn Official too. Let's see. I'm going live tomorrow night on Facebook at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I have a gig this Friday at Big Ash Brewing opening for Noah Hunt, lead singer of Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band.
All right, I'm going to say thank you for your time, and I will let you know when this is posted on YouTube.
Fantastic. I will share it out once it's posted.
All right, I will message you when it is.
Cool. It was great meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Have a great day.